Okay. Day 125 on road to a million. Yeah, a little bit different intro for today because I was thirsty and I just had some crackers. Okay. So, what do I want to talk about today? Today, I watched more pixels on a screen than I should have. That's a me mistake. I had just heard this thing the other day, and maybe this is me justifying it. Maybe it's, who knows. But, so I heard this thing. My shadows are decent right now, but that's okay. I heard this thing where, like, the only time, it's like your mind's running 100% of the time throughout the day. And then the only time you ever get solace or quiet is at orgasm. And I was like, okay, like, all right, let's test this. At least that's what I was saying. But I also didn't want to feel certain things today. Why? I don't know. Because I'm getting really good at feeling things. And then today I didn't feel like feeling anything, so I didn't. Yeah. And then, shit, dude. It's just been my eyes are tired. I should have taken out my contacts before recording this. It's been a whole thing lately. Because I'm torn. I'm not really torn. Like, I know what I want to do. I just want to be a good man. That's all it is. Like, I'm just going to be a good man. The other night at the movie, I don't think I said this yesterday. Maybe I did. Completely, I'm not entirely sure. But, like, when I went and saw a movie, and I'm going to talk with my eyes shut for a minute. It's just going to help me zone in. So bear with me, you guys. Yeah, so. Okay. What do I want to do? I don't know, dude. It's a funny thing because on one hand, it's like, yeah, she's an amazing girl. And on the other hand, it's like, I don't want to be the baby daddy. And then it's like, well, I've done a lot of work on myself. So it's like, why settle for the first one? But then it's like, well, what if she is the one? And these are thoughts that go through my head. So I'm just going to keep taking it day by day, go for the month of December. I know this is in May when you guys are, when this is being seen. And I still don't even know if people are watching this yet, which is the most exciting part for me because I'm just making videos as I do. So yeah, it's a very interesting concept. Because it's like I was also offered. I can start doing setting for this, like a funnel company type of thing, like where it's like the things that I've been researching and studying. I was like, I think it'd be kind of cool to see the inner workings of how one works, because I've been trying to do it on my own for so long, and it hasn't worked in the ways that I wanted it to. So I'm thinking, like, if I get into like a small little startup and I see how like a startup is ran, I think that would be very useful for me, especially in the long run. And then I can still do my podcast. I can still do these videos, and I can make some cash on the side, which would be good, because I could be making an additional 13K-ish or so per month, and I know that that's something that I can do. It's just 250 sets a month, which is pretty simple and easy for me to do. So, at least I'd assume it would be. I don't see why it wouldn't. It's just making the numbers, asking the questions, and putting them on the calendars. Probably one of the easiest roles that I could do. So, if I could do that for 2 months, that's 26 grand right there. Divide that by 2. Why I'm dividing it by 2 is because taxes. And once I divide that by 2, what do we have? We have around $13,000, which $13,000 is a good amount because, like, I don't want to have to be moving money around all the time. And I like being able to, I've come to realize what I really enjoy is like working my ass off for like a couple of months, like going balls to the wall for like say 3 to 6 months or so, like making a couple of sales calls, making deals, and then just like having like 3 to 6 months just to kind of like relax, reflect, do passion projects types of things, and then go back and do the exact same thing. I enjoy that process a lot more, which I think I can do that more even with higher, like once I have my own business up and running and I'm doing my own coaching. And then I'm going to finish this podcast that I was listening to because it's like, where does this desire for me to help come from? I know you guys can't really see me right now, so I'm just going to sit back here. Yeah, but it's like, where does that desire to help people come from? And I'm like, I don't know. Yeah. As you can see, I don't want to be on because like I feel so small because I disgraced myself today. I really did. I shouldn't have done it 3 times. Like the 2 times that I did this morning, I was like, okay. And then when I came back, why I did it again? So I was trying to find this video that I could see in my head that I watched a while ago, and I couldn't find it. And the weird part is, like, I was able to say no to like a real woman, like a real woman that I was in bed with. I was like, hey, no, let's wait to have sex, type of thing. But then when it comes down the screen, I couldn't say no. I mean, I could have, but it was like I'd already started, and the habit of, because I've been able to say no to women in the past, so maybe that's why. And then the pornography, I should have said no, dude. I should have said no to watching it. I should have just sat there. I did learn though today. This is the nice part. Like you can see, I'm over here. Like because I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in myself. I shouldn't have done what I did today. Shouldn't have. I do like how my bike looks right there. Like the shot, dude, like it's a nice shot. Like I like that background where it's like you got the bike, you got the balance, you got my books, my Legos, and a plant. I'd like to get some more Legos eventually too. And see, this is me like running from the emotions because I'm not wanting to, I guess, feel them, which I will here in a moment. But yeah, it's something else. So we'll see what happens. So I'm starting to understand like coaching is different for everybody. Like some people are coached in one way, and then another people are coached in another way. Like let's say, and maybe it's training, but like with fitness, it's like you're given examples on what to do, and then you do it. Same thing with like boxing or jiu-jitsu. It's like, okay, this is what we're doing, and you do said thing. Whereas mindset coaching, I think, is a little bit different because it's more of like, hey, how can you get to this answer? Or have you thought about it this way type of thing? So it's a different approach, I think, in a certain regard. Yeah, I'm still trying to work through this whole thing, you guys. I always will be, I think. The nice part, though, about today was I did get to see some friends of mine that I used to live with that I haven't seen in about a year, 15 months-ish or so. So it's been some time. So that was nice, being able to catch up with them. I miss them. So I might see them again sometime soon. And then, yeah, I think that this morning was just rough, man. This morning was rough. There's a whole lot of me just sitting around. I ended up meditating in the dark. I went into my closet and I just sat there and I meditated for about half an hour or so. Why I did it in the dark was because I was listening to this thing the other day where it was talking about, I'm starting to get back in focus. It was talking about how, do you see that change? Like how, that is fascinating. I don't know if you, like that's really quite interesting. Huh. So when it's something that I want to talk about, it's like, okay, yeah, I've got no problem being up front. And then when it's like things that I know that I shouldn't be doing, I get all small and I hide behind the corner type of thing. So, interesting. Very, very interesting. If there are people watching this, like, do you notice it took me 8 minutes? Like, it was a couple of minutes, and now I'm like, I'm back, I'm chilling, I'm relaxed. Because I noticed what I did. I noticed that it wasn't the right thing to do. I acknowledged it, and now it's time to move past it. Like, it's just like, why hold grudges? And then, yeah, my friends that I ended up meeting, talking with them, it was fun. I enjoyed it. Talked about a lot. Caught up, which was exciting. Got 2 podcasts scheduled for tomorrow. Figure I might as well try the setter job for a month or 2 just to get some cash. Still do because like the YouTube videos that I was wanting to do, I just don't think that those are the videos that I really want to do, you know? Like I think it's cool in theory and it's cool in my mind. But like when I try it, I just don't feel, it just doesn't feel genuine per se. I know I'm trying to understand the best way to do it because there is a weird concept where it's just like when you use other people in your videos like without their consent, like yes, it's legally okay to do in the state of Colorado, but it's also like just feels off sometimes, you know? Yeah. So I also was doing it because I didn't think my words had value, and now I'm starting to understand that my words do have value, and people are willing or wanting to listen to me. Like even today, my friend was like, "Yeah, I was gonna take off today at the gym," and then when I texted him, he was like, "Oh yeah, no, since he's gone, like I'm gonna go too." And I was like, "Oh, I did not know. Like I didn't know these things, you guys. I didn't know the impact that I've had on people." Because for some odd reason, the only things I ever remember are the bad things. And I seem to forget about all the people that I've inspired and have changed their mind. It's really quite interesting. That's why I'm like, I'm trying to figure it out. I already do have it figured out. I'd say for the most part. Not even for the most part. I would say I do. Like I'm not taking this opportunity that my buddy recommended that I do as I'm not taking it as a get out of jail free card by any means. So I'm still committed to YouTube, like 100% committed to YouTube. 100%. Yeah. The podcast is doing well. These videos, I have no idea how they're doing right now. Very well. Like I said at the beginning, they could have 1 view, they could have 0 views, they could have 10 people, and I shouldn't say views. They could have 10 people watching, they could have 0 people watching. For all I know, there could be 1,000 people watching these videos right now. So I think it'd be pretty cool if there's 10,000 people watching this. You like how I added on a 0? Yeah, because it's all arbitrary. They're all just numbers, dude. They're all within my head. Well, I set limits on myself. The only limits we set on ourselves, the only limits we have are the ones we set upon ourselves. So, yeah. I was going to drive all the way up north tonight, but I think I'm just going to leave first thing in the morning. Get everything all packed up and ready for tomorrow. Which I also need my computer. I'll bring the extra microphone just to be safe. I don't think I'll need it, but I'll bring it just to be safe. Then my computer, SD card reader. That should be about it. Oh, yeah, and then the SSD. Okay. So that's simple enough. And then, yeah, it should be a fun day tomorrow. Looking forward to it. I mean, I'm looking forward to every day. I got a big day tomorrow. I got the podcast. Then I got a podcast. Then I got a party. It's kind of fun. It's actually quite interesting. I really love it. And that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, that's why I'd much rather just, like, work my ass off and just have conversations with people and do these videos every single day. And then also have the anime channel as well, too. Where, like, I just watch. And it's kind of shifting away from just strictly anime. It's kind of just like shows, movies that I watch. Like I have 2 ideas that I'm working through right now. One is based off of one's off of The Imagination from JJK. Then the other one is from Willy Wonka, where I think it was the golden. I don't think it was a golden ticket where his mom made a piece of chocolate. And it's like it's not the chocolate itself, but the people that you share it with. And I was wanting to have that be. I was gonna make that into a video. I was gonna do it today. I ended up uploading one of the podcasts that me and one of my German friends did, where we talked about like language learning, diet, and a couple of like YouTube things as well too. So that was exciting. And then, yeah, dude, it's been exciting. Like it's still me just asking questions of people. Because that's how I like doing it. Like, if I'm going to ask people questions, like, I'm just going to have conversations about things that I'm interested in. And then I'll just share my podcast from there. And I was going to do it on my main channel, but I was like, I'll just do it on a second channel I just like that a little bit more. Oh, no. So, yeah. I think that's pretty much about it for right now. Tried Q-U-I-G-O-N-G. Qui-Gon? Qui-Gon? Qui-Gon. I can't say the word. Can't. I mean, I can. It's just tough for me. So, yeah, I'm just going to make some extra cash here. Because I had to move some cash out of one of my accounts. I have 5 normal checking accounts, 1 savings account. which I think everybody should have that. It's a good way to structure things. So I figure I might as well replenish my operating expenses account, so that I don't have to start dipping into my savings. Yeah. I feel like that's about it for me right now. There's something that I was talking about that I was learning about. There's the need for, like, where does the desire for me to help people come from? I think that was one thing. There's something else, and it's escaping my mind right now. I don't know. Something about learning. Solitude versus isolation, maybe? Could have been. It's like sharing things that I learn. It's exciting. So, alright. I'm going to call it there. See you guys tomorrow.